I think by the time you lay out your bed, which right now is a pull-out couch, you could probably open the fridge with your toes.
Floor plans like this one, at 267 square feet, are not an unfamiliar sight nowadays. This broker says plans like this or this are the reality for a lot of newer builds in the past decade.
This was only built so that an investor could buy it, so the developer could get pre-construction financing, and that is why these units exist.
And tenants say they're picking up on it. We've heard from dozens of them who tell us they're trying to avoid newer buildings while looking for older spots instead, with a report from the Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation saying new purpose-built rentals are taking longer to lease because of increased competition from the secondary market.
I find them really charming and they have sort of like a character that newer buildings don't have.
She just moved into a building from 1936 and had been avoiding new ones like the plague.
God forbid you have enough room to put a dining table in.
Although, yes, I'm looking for a new place to live. It's got some really big boots to fill.
And there's Samantha, who's been looking for more space, but with the charm and character of an older place, like the one she currently lives in.
Then you look at these photos, you look at these layouts, you hear the stories from people, and they don't feel like they're in a home.
Layout aside, there's also the cost of rent. Units in Ontario occupied for the first time after November 2018 aren't rent controlled. For some, that's a deal breaker.
And with some friends who did happen to try out the newer builds, they were hit with a $500 increase. And no one is able to pull that off nowadays, which really makes me curious, who are these for? These condos, right?
So who are they for? According to Statistics Canada, over half of Toronto condos built after 2016 were used as investment properties as of 2020. Meanwhile, far less older units are owned by investors.
So they want to buy the cheapest unit possible. That is why developers have been shrinking these condos. If the city of Toronto were to say, okay, no more 267 square foot condos, and then they strip away the demand from the investors that are buying them, if you're not pre-selling, you're not building.
The median size of units is shrinking. Condos built after 2016 are nearly 400 square feet smaller than ones built before the 90s. But market data shows fewer of them are selling, and rent prices are dropping. This real estate agent says he's also noticed some renters opting out of newer builds and leveraging a weaker market.
They don't have to act as quickly, they have a lot more options, and then because of that, they're moving a lot more cautiously and more with kind of just a living space and user type of perspective in mind, as opposed to just starting to get something as quickly as they can.
Renters, in the meantime, hope new condo developers take note. Naama, Weingarten, CBC News, Toronto.